All right, should be live. Cool. So yesterday, went full focus mode and made a ton of progress. So want to show off a little bit of what I was able to do yesterday, real quick, and then we'll talk about the goals for today's stream. Cool. So, as I already mentioned earlier, I'm currently training and running my fine-tuned models on my 3080, which is in my loft next door. And so, yeah, we've been able to successfully train a model. The step we were working on yesterday was actually saving the model weights and deploying the model to HuggingFace, right? So quickly show where that code is. Right. So we're going to create an entry in our database for the tune model. And we're going to upload our model to Hub, to HuggingFace. Upload to Hub means HuggingFace. And we're going to save where we uploaded it. Cool. And then if that upload fails though, we're going to actually save the model weights to Supabase directly. And we've tested saving to Supabase works as well. We're not going to focus on reading from Supabase yet. We're just going to assume uploading to the hub worked, right? And we'll set this like callback result variable, and that'll, let us know whether something succeeded or it failed, right? I guess this is actually success. Good catch here. Okay. Awesome. And in our handler, so this is what will run when we spin up our pod at the very first time. And we'll actually be sending a callback to an endpoint we've exposed on our long-running server. So again, remember, this is on the GPU instance. We'll have an always running instance, which is our server. That's a CPU instance, much cheaper to run and maintain. And that'll just send the callback to that endpoint. And the endpoint is here. Okay. So we're going to terminate the pod that, we just were on. We don't want to use that pod anymore. And we're going to deploy the tune model to HuggingFace. The terminate pod is really simple, nothing super interesting here. It's just 3 lines. And then we complete the job, right? So we're keeping track. So yeah, actually that's another thing I built. It's like job helper class. Cool. And yeah, I wanted to show how we deploy to HuggingFace. So that was a little more challenging, deploying to HuggingFace. Since we used a custom way to train our model, we actually need to deploy a custom image to HuggingFace as well. So I had to create another Docker container just for my inference called HF Inference. So this is actually another FastAPI server that has a couple of endpoints. Well, really just 2. It's just a health. HuggingFace requires a health check endpoint, and this predict endpoint. And so this predict endpoint is, what we can call to actually call our model. Once we call our model, it should return the prediction response, like so. Okay. And that's pretty much it. So we're able to. So let me quickly show you on HuggingFace. So HuggingFace has inference endpoints. So this is what you're using for a backend, right? So you could do it through the UI, but they also expose an API to do this. And so all we do is push an endpoint here. And it gives us it'll give you an endpoint URL if that endpoint is up. So this one is technically up, and it automatically scales to 0 after certain inactivity periods. Okay. So it's our endpoint URL, and we would just do this. So if we did this /predict, we would actually be able to just get our outputs. That's pretty much it. What's up, Viper? Doing well. How are you? Welcome, welcome. I was just going over kind of the back end, what I'm working on. Yeah, so if you missed that, for full context, basically building a no-code web app to fine-tune and deploy custom LLMs. So I was able to fine-tune my model, and I was able to deploy it to HuggingFace and get an endpoint to do that. So now, server isn't running. We just spin up my server. Now today I'm actually gonna get started on the front end. Title seems intriguing. Yeah. Almost a 10 mil. Kidding. Okay, so this is us on localhost, and let's grab the model that we have working, and you just do /chat / that model ID. And you should be, yeah, so we're gonna be working on this page to actually chat with our model. So I'm gonna be creating like a little chat interface where you just send requests to this endpoint. So that's what I'll be working on today. How long have I been working on the project? So my first commit, yeah. I was actually looking into this. But the first time I started planning was June 26th. This is when I had like the plan and I spun up the server. So like about a week. And then I think I took a day off in between. So I think it's like day 6-ish. 6-ish. Maybe it's day 7. Yo, what's up, Justin? Yes, sir. It's front end day, dude. Yeah, I was just saying I got everything on the back end pretty much figured out. So we have like an endpoint here. I can actually show you guys real quick. Just the back end side. So right now, we'll be sending a request, but it'll say the service is unavailable because the pods have scaled to 0 due to inactivity. But the nice thing about HuggingFace is as soon as you send a request, like you try to access this model, it'll start initializing your endpoint. So this endpoint is like spinning up right now. I don't know if it'll show us the logs, but it'll take about like a minute or two. And this is nice because you don't want to pay for the time that you're not using the instance, because it's like 50 cents an hour, which isn't it is kind of significant. So what part of the project will the AI be taking part in? Yeah, so that's the fine-tuning portion. So that's kind of what I worked on all of last week, right? So I think basically the idea is you take some data set that you have, right? So far I've been using to test, I've been using this data set, this tweet QA data set, right? So you ask it a question about, you have the tweet as context and it gives you an answer. So you want to train a model that can do just this task really well. So I've basically developed a system that'll allow you to spin up a base model in the cloud, send this data set to that model, tune that model, save that model to HuggingFace, deploy that model to HuggingFace here, and access it. So it's like creating your own chatbots from your own data sets. So it's pretty much like all the backend is like AI because it's fine tuning, and then yeah, we're gonna figure out what use cases it's gonna be used for. It does take a while to spin up the endpoint though, which is a little bit of a problem. But I mean, yeah, we'll figure out how to optimize that later. Not sure if HuggingFace endpoints will be like kind of the final thing we'll use in production. But hey, it works for now. Yeah, I just want to, as soon as this initializes, show you guys how this request goes through, right? So you just give it an input. So I just trained a model on that tweet QA data set. So now I want to use that model. So I give it a context. This is one of the tweets. This is actually literally the tweet I just showed you guys. So we'll give it the tweet, which is the context, and we'll give it a question like, hey, like what type of server is running, and then we just have to specify what type of task it is, the QA task. Dang, this cold start time is huge. Wasn't that bad last night. Maybe that's something to look into. Cold start time for points. Maybe there's no GPUs available. Okay, cool. I mean, it took a couple minutes, but finally able to get it running. And yeah, so let's see what happens when we send a request to this endpoint. There we go. We got the response. FastAPI. Right? Question me also what server's running. And just keep sending requests. It's just live. And it's gonna give different requests to different. Not perfect. But that's pretty much it. So now it's like, now we're doing front end stuff. So basically want to take this backend endpoint that we've created, right? And just call it from the front end by allowing someone to entered these inputs. So I haven't like fully thought about like what the UX is gonna be, but I kind of just want to get an MVP out there. So probably for the very first version, I'm just gonna have someone input the context and the question. Like we'll literally just have like text boxes for that. We'll also probably want some loading state. She did a little bit of planning. We probably want some loading state for that cold start time, right? Like you see it took like a few minutes. We'll be like, hey, like your endpoint is getting ready, like come back in a few minutes. Yeah. So once we get the, yeah, so we're working on this piece right now. So if you don't mind, did you get a valuation of the potential value of the software saying it's worth 10 million? Or is the project idea concept which once completed would be worth that much? So that's my personal goal. No, you're all good. We're super open here. No, that's my personal goal, right? Like I don't know, to be frankly honest, I don't even know if this product is the $10 million product, right? Or is the $10 million company. Like I have no idea. And I think that's like that's the mindset I'm like trying to embrace is like I'm just gonna build, I'm going to like find something that clicks, I'm gonna learn a lot, and then I'm going to just kind of put it out there and see what gets traction. Um so yeah, that's until we get to 10 mil, we're not stopping. So literally quit my job 2 months ago. Yeah. And this was the goal I had to like I've given myself like a year of like runway to do everything. Um but yeah, we're just at the beginning. So no, you're all good. But yeah, that's my goal. Obviously we're very far from that, very far. I mean, $10 million for a SaaS company, right? If you think about like the actual valuation, like companies have like multiples, right? So if you say the average SaaS company has a 5x multiple, that means if you have 2 million annual recurring revenue, your company's actually worth 10 million. So how do you get to that 2 million? So really you're trying to get to $2 million of annual recurring revenue. That breaks down to like what 20,000 a month, right? Ish. Did I do that right? No, 200,000 a month. 200,000 a month. But yeah, I mean, I think tons of businesses will actually could use fine tuning. I actually had a call with someone today who is 166K. Thanks for the math. Reason you asked is you have a project purely by yourself, no help for the past 3 years. Oh shit. What kind of project is it? 166K easy, dude. I think you either 166K, like you have to either go see that's like just revenue though. The issue with what I'm doing is like it's so expensive to just run, dude. Like this is literally like I've already spent like 35 cents on this just like talking to you guys. I guess this is total. So like this is definitely gonna cost. You're trying to sell the app, you don't know who to talk to sell it. Yeah, dude, I feel like that's a huge issue. Like people leave like marketing to the end. Um I think like after this week, I need to like I might do like 50-50 of marketing and building cuz yeah, like I don't want to spend like months on this and realize like no one wants what I build. Um I mean no I mean, no harm in building something if you just like building, but we're here to build things that people want. Um, so yeah, what if I could ask, like, what is a product? Maybe we can come up with some ideas for you to like market it. Like how have you tried marketing so far? Easy mode, Justin. We'll see. Also, Justin. I'm glad you're here because it is front end day, and I need to set up ChatCN. I want to at least like have ChatCN set up, and I wonder, do they have like a chat? I don't know. I just have to look through the components, I guess. Oh, they have the OpenAI playground on here. They got forms. Which one? The OpenAI one or the form? OpenAI. Yeah. So I think. So I'll be honest. I think the first version of the UI, like probably within. Yeah. Actually, maybe we'll just start in like Figma real quick. Goes. Oh shit. Did I get Figma AI? Excalibur? Alright, let's do that. Wait, it can generate? Can Excalibur generate components or it doesn't matter. We'll just wireframe the code. We'll see. We'll see. Viper, you built a virtual assistant designed with voice recognition, facial recognition, and advanced filtration system to automate tasks on PC and laptop for people with disability and physical impairment. With over 30 features and 10 customizable components. Oh shit, dude. Sounds like you built a beast of a product. Um, so you say it's for people with disability and physical impairment, and you say you have like 30 features, right? Like, if you were to pick one or two features, what would you say? Which features and which problems for people with disabilities and physical impairment do you think your product brings the value to the most? Right? Like, what is, like, I guess what I'm trying to push you is like, what is that like one problem? Because I think it's great, like, you know who you're building for, you know what you're building, but like, what is that problem that requires a painkiller and not a vitamin? Maybe you've heard this terminology, but is it something? What is a problem that it wouldn't just be nice to have? It would be like they need it. Like, is there a feature or is there a problem in that space that you can identify? W. What's dope? What is this link? Oh, I think it didn't. It's broken. Yeah, I tried loading it. Not sure. Oh well. -1. I've used this for like UML diagrams and stuff. I don't know why I thought of eraser over. It was literally the same tool. Okay. So if this is our screen, the inputs are gonna be so different task types have different inputs. That's something we have to handle as well. So for the Q&A task type, right? It's context and question. For the instruction, it's the instruction and the input. So we'll probably want some like helper text for each of these. Even I don't know what the difference between these are. Instruction. And so when we load the page, it'll already know which type it is based on the dataset that was used to train the model. I've already got that encoded in the database. Then output. Response. Yeah, the output is just the model generated response. Okay. And then let's also list out the actions that someone can take on this page, right? So they load the page. Maybe we'll also have a state section, right? Or let's just talk about the user flow. Load the page. Wait for model endpoint to spin up. It's down. Oh, Viper, I see your messages. I think I just missed them. I would say the advanced Google filtration system, which I built which tasks in which the user asks for, and then gets rid of advertisements and videos, goes to all the websites, first search Google, checks which one's the most accurate. Advanced, which takes in what the user asks for. Okay. It opens the top 3 websites which have the information they require, which is also most relevant to the search. Okay. So this is like browser agents, right? This is kind of like, I see. So you're like making like Google search like accessible, essentially, in a sense, right? So if I search for I don't know, what would someone search for? Like, what is the most flavorful fruit? So you're saying like it would open like these three links, and then they would automatically be able to see them? Oh, that's cool. I also think though, like, yeah, like now that not just any top three links. So how does it determine top? Like, what is the rank for you? Uh, Yeah, is the product live? Like, or do you have like a demo? I think it's really hard to explain over text. It opens up the most relevant websites, which closely relate to the information they require with the help of a two-level filter. I see. I guess I guess my question is like, what is a use case where like could you give me an example of a use case where I wouldn't want to click the first link and like that would give me, I don't know, like maybe most flavorful fruit is a bad idea, like yeah, like what would an example like user flow be where they would use your product and it would be a significant difference from like just regular Google search. I think if you can nail that flow down, that's going to be like pretty critical to understand like what value you're bringing, you know? And my apologies if I'm being like too critical, but yeah, I'm just kind of speaking like what's coming to mind. So okay, so we load the page, wait for the model endpoint to spin up if it's down, have an input query, wait for the response, show the response, and then be able to enter a new response. The reason why it's not best to open the first link is because some of the times information or content within the website may not completely relate to the information. Fair. The user wants information on integrate AI within a Python or React application. Yeah, the first link might not be it. So I think for the first version, we'll just do this. But like, I kind of want to do the, you know how those sites have like multiple different like texts here? Maybe that could be like one. Like a little witty one, so maybe we can just get it from ChatGPT. Okay. Just for conserving space. Okay, so then their model loads. Then what should the input look like? So yeah, one is like the playground approach, right? Or like, I guess like the typical, because it's not a chat, not quite a chat. It's gonna be like multiple inputs. So yeah, one approach is this. What are they uploading or entering? Yeah, so it'll be like one of these based on the type of task it is. So like if you see this, basically this information, it could be a lot. Like it could be long. Their context could be long. Their question could be long. What's an example of some? Yeah. So like for the Q&A model, it would be the tweet, right? Be the context. Can I not add a text? It'd be the context. So like this is a great tweet. And they would have another input. This is for the Q&A type. I mean, yeah, this is one way to do it. It's like side by side. I don't know. Maybe there's like a. Oh shit. I have not been reading. Let me see. So if the user wants information on how to integrate AI within the Python and React application, most of the time the content within the website may talk about the advantages of AI within Python. It's ideally not viable for them to be looking at the first link as it's not relevant to the information they require. Sure. What your filtration system does, it gets a list of all website links within the first page, then sends the second filter, which removes advertisements in the videos, sends to another filter, which goes through all the pages, picks out the most relevant website based on the content which closely relates to the information required. So all this decreases the strain and time it takes for them to not only gain access to information they require, but also allows them to perform a task on their PC or laptop despite any physical limitation. Why is this feature limited to people with like I guess like yeah, like why is it just for people with disabilities? Because I mean if what you're saying is, you know, you're just taking like a Google search, you're doing like it's literally like clean Google is what I'm hearing. I mean if it really works as well as you say, I think you should consider like other folks as well. Yeah, because I mean I don't know, like I don't know. So I'm not too familiar. Like I haven't worked like if you've worked with folks with disabilities, then maybe you have more context than me. And I think you should see how they use it. Like if you can try to talk to someone with disabilities or has trouble, maybe even like old folk, right? Like people who are older, like don't really like to search. So I think you should just try a few different. Just try to like have people use your app. Um, and I mean, like, is there a way you could physically go there and show it to them, right? Like, I think yeah, sure. Like, maybe no one's gonna try it if you put it on the internet, because it sounds like the people who need your app are like having trouble searching on the internet. So how are they gonna find your app if you're just putting, you know, your app on the internet? It sounds like you have to go physically to maybe like retirement homes or like different communities and be like, hey, like I have this thing that I have this app, like is it like, you know, can I talk to some of the folks that work here, or can I talk to some of the patients here, right? um I think that's the type. I think like you have to, like, you know, especially if it's in a state where it's ready. Like I think yeah. I don't know if you've done that. Have you done anything like that? Like where you go out in person? I guess yeah. What have you tried to market it? See if this make a. Never mind. Got a lot of positive response. Where did it go from there? Like what does positive response mean? Like, or they're like, oh, it's cool, or like, because like when I guess like one thing to remember is like, I guess I would only stress like how positive, right? Because people are nice by default, like because they're like, oh, like this person put so much time, they built something, and you know it's like cool, but like how positive, right? Like if someone says like, oh yeah, that's nice, they really mean like, oh, that's cool, but I'm just gonna forget about it tomorrow, type of thing, you know. But like, I guess yeah, like you really need a knack for how enthusiastic they are about what you've built. So that's the only thing I would ask, like how positive. All right, which two quick prototypes. Which one are we liking more? Left or right? Left or right? I'll remove myself so you can both. So the left one, oh wait, I deleted the, what the? Didn't realize I deleted these. Oh my, what? You've had more than 3,000 people. Dude, before the beta version was released. So do you have their, did you get their email? Did you get their number or anything? Dude, that's freaking awesome. I think that's a great signal. How long ago was that? If I can ask. Here's a picture. Whoa. So this is like a full-fledged assistant for like a voice managed assistant. Dude, this is like what people are trying to build now, and you had to study it 3 years ago. It's crazy. Like you can superpower with this with AI like crazy. That's super cool. Has all these features too. Command line. Whoa. It's like a whole operating system. I like the color scheme too, like the big blue circle in the center. A little ominous, but I like it. Blocks. Okay. Building blocks for the web. Nice. Just take entire pages. Yeah, so okay, yeah, let's go. I think we'll go for something like basic right now. Yeah, so eventually, okay, so let me show you the competitors UI. Let me show you the competitors UI. All right, this is their UI. I'll just share it if you want to. They have pipelines, like basically. So like these guys are building more for developers, right? Can I link it here? It doesn't let me paste on my. I'll link the competitors UI. I don't know. I don't know which one you're asking me to link. The link to my.
Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today
Jarvis.
I'm going to be talking about what they're working on or what they're working on.
Text based. Okay.
Would you like any more assistance?
V control. Okay. Interesting. So it's just like I don't know why my videos keep pausing. Having some like playback issues on my browser. While I stream, but I see. So it's like a bunch of APIs. Oh, you just say word and it opens up Word. That's sick, dude. It's like it's like an agent, like a desktop agent. It's cool. Filtration system. Open pipe UI looks good. Yeah, dude. I like it. Time to steal it. Very clean. It's like minimal. I think the main thing I want to avoid is like adding any code. At least like I want to go the I want to go the direction where like you don't even need to care about like what a learning rate is, the number of epochs, or like any of this. Like that should be like very optional. But yeah, I mean they've kind of got it like a new data set, new pipeline. I'm not sure what a pipeline is. I guess this is like just filtering. Lower learning curve, exactly. Like how do I guess what I don't see on theirs is like how do I just like call this model? Maybe evals? So they use test sets, which kind of makes sense because they're Viper. It's not 10x more complex than before. It's not live because I was working on the application alongside your university. Wait, why does that? Wait, why? Wait, why not keep it live? I didn't get that. I think I made an account. Yeah, this is live. New data set. Upload data. Yeah, this is pretty much what I'm trying to do. Can start. Yeah, the only issue. Yeah, they have a bunch of. Actually, let's just try it. Yeah, see this. This is another thing. I want to be able to fix uploads automatically. It's required. So this is for multi-turn messages. So you can't specify the type of data set, first of all. So they can only have like it only allows chat based messages, which is interesting. I guess that makes sense. Do a new fine tune. Pick your model. Yeah, this is pretty much it. I think this is the user flow. looking at estimated training price. We can get a data set. That's a bug. They create new data sets without any data. Do you have an example file? I can just try. Oh shoot. Okay. Oh, you can't see but they have this. So they have like your jobs on the side. That's actually an interesting design choice. It just shows your jobs for your account on the right. Oh, and it just refreshed my page. It lets you inspect the input. When I was in the beginning stages, I was offered 15 million, I think. Didn't want to do that back then because I want to be the first one to build that type of application. You just finished university a month ago. Like you were offered 15 million to, like, I guess for the patent or something. Shit, I would take that, bro. I would take that and then go build something else. Do you regret not taking it? Do you mean 15 million to sell it or like as an investment? Also, yeah, how did I'm yeah. How are they willing to give you 15 million? I'm very intrigued by this story. Dang, they allow OpenAI tools in the what is in they got a lot of functionality. They have tool calls in here as well. I mean, this is not too hard. They're just calling OpenAI. So as long as you have the correct format for OpenAI, you'll get this. Okay, so how do I fine tune? $6 to train. Okay, then it takes you to your fine tunes. You were tempted, but if it was worth 15 million in the early stages, it would be worth so much more once you completed. I mean, it's tough to say, right? Like, yeah. Spoke to my teacher. He started to get me in touch with a few investors, but they just offered that much due to the market, the potential growth, with the addition that it strictly follows the GDPR law. So that was 3 years ago. So do you have any uh paying customers or businesses at this point? Because yeah, I mean, look, exactly what I said earlier, right? It was just, if they were valuing it at 15,000 the whole 3 year. I mean, maybe I'm missing the timeline here. Okay, whatever. Justin, which UI do you prefer for the inference flow? We'll just build that one for now. Doesn't really matter what OpenPipe is doing. This is like side by side. Answer on the right. This makes it seem like the issue with this is it makes it seem like a chat interface. So like I haven't added support for the chat task type. So maybe when we do that, we can build this UI. But we'll do this here. Rihanna, what's up? Were you in my streams a few years ago? Was that I've been good. It's been a few years. Um yeah, so big update is I left my day job like 2 months ago. So I was like a software engineer. That's what I did for a few years. And yeah, I've been trying to build my own thing. So that's what I'm working on. Didn't think I'd remember. Of course I remember. A couple of people have stopped by from back then. It's it's always funny because like I was literally like Fortnite content before. Now it's like completely completely different. How have you been though? What have you been up to? Jobs are boring anyways. Facts. Facts, dude. Jobs are not it. Unless you want to make stable money. Stay sane. Just kidding. We'll be fine. Justin, do you use default or New York for the style? What is New York? New York, really? Alright, I trust you. Play smaller entire spacing? Okay. What color? How do we see the colors? Oh, you can? Neutral or stone? They don't even have that here. Oh, they do. Oh, dude, I can't decide. Huh. Dude, this is like such a slight difference, but it's like evokes completely different feelings. Dude, Loki, dude, why not yellow? I kind of okay. We'll just go neutral. Would you like to use CSS variables for colors? What does that mean? Whoa. Rena, you've been good. Giving your life away to college and work is what it feels like. Dude, you just gotta grind for a few years, put your head down, just get smart as fuck in college, and then, you go off and do your own thing. Save up some money, and then, one day you realize it's time to quit your job. Alright, let's get it. I think I do. I think I wanted to. Okay, we can change all the font stuff later. Viper, basically the 15 million offer, the development of the project, and everything was in time span of 3 years, alongside my university, including 3K users who wanted to purchase the product. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Okay, I mean, it kind of makes sense, except it sounds like the 15 million offer was the first thing that happened. And then you got then you like actually developed the project. and like started getting like 3K users to purchase the product. Um, but okay, yeah, I understand. But dude, hey, I mean, you're seems like you if you spent 3 years on it, I think you should give it like like kind of big shot, like just like market the hell out of it, you know? Just try to like just focus on like user like stop building like stop coding today. That would be my suggestion. I mean, again, I'm just a random dude on the internet, but I'd just say stop coding today. Like you've been coding, if you've been building this for 3 years, like just go full marketing mode, and like try to get like some, I don't know, like whatever your business model is, try to get like some subscriptions or some sort of traction, right? Going to bed. All right, Viper. Good night. Thanks for sharing your story. You have nothing else to code because I can't really think of anything to add. Hey, that's great. I hope you find people to use it. It sounds like you put in a lot of effort. So if you're able to stick with it for 3 years, I'm sure you can find folks for it. Facial recognition, dude. You're just gonna build the dude. Next thing you know, you're gonna build AGI, man. You're gonna build artificial general intelligence. Just one API a day. All right, should get some coding done. It says I can add, just add. Oh shoot, just add a button like this. Do I do this in my? Do I have to do this in the root of the repo? Yo, I was just trying to add like a simple component. So just tried like adding a button. But where did it add the? Does it create like a file for me? Did I do the init? Yeah, I completed this. Well, there's no error. I tried to add a button, like the button component. I have so many folders now. But like does it create a like what does this actually do? Yeah, but it's not. Then oh, it got. Oh shoot. Okay, I think I need to change the path. You have a mobile version of it too, Viper? Dude, I mean, that's a lot of progress for 3 years, but hey, I hope y'all I hope you find people to use it, man. That'd be cool. You have a good night. Brianna, I was gonna ask if you're still around. What are you studying in college? Setup was messed up. Okay, all good. Then just delete this. Nice. Okay, that works. Oh wait, I lost the utils file now. Let me re-init. Yo, I already screwed it up. Yeah, I just reran init. I think it looks fine. And then we'll just delete the. Is util supposed to have buttons? Let's just delete button. And then let's just re-add it. Okay, it didn't update this. Okay. Sick. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's see if ChatGPT can help us. Which Shatsian components do I need? Create this. Bye. Checked v0.dev? No, what is this? Oh shit. Let's do it. A Vercel. Wait, why do you need Vercel? Oh, it's by Vercel. Dude, this is great. Oh, for real? Dude, that's so cool. Public, whatever. Then we have to describe what it is. We had a little bit of a description here. Basically the they're fine-tuned. They'll input a dynamic number of based on task type, and we'll receive answer. LLM. You have 10K credits? Damn. Wait, how many credits do you get for free? Or why would you subscribe? Like, what are the benefits of subscribing? Oh, I can. Okay, I think this is the closest. Why does this go out of the box? Dude, this is sick. Okay, so make the box wider, close to like 70%, 60% screen width. Yo, it made it smaller. What? Oh, I didn't specify. Pick and edit. I think we can edit that easily ourselves. Just gonna. Wait, we just add it like this? No shot. What? Dude, this is so sick. No way. Dude, if this actually works, I think front-end development for me is gonna change forever. What should we name the component? Um, task request or model request. Dude, I think it's just gonna add it, right? Wait, so I just take this and then I just say page here. What are the props? No props. Okay. Dude, that's because you're a beast, man. You're a front end beast. My front end is purely AI. All right. I don't think rebuilding automatically. Don't know why. Can't do any of the other stuff. Guess everyone has their own strengths. That's how this. Yo, not bad. Not bad at all. I'm a little concerned with this going outside of the bounds. BD? Yes, sir. Okay. Just like this. Forget. Actually work. I need to load this from the DB. I want to check if it works though. I need to rebuild. How do I make yarn start watch? Yarn start watch. Start watch. Oh shit. Yarn dev? Oh shit. Sick. Let's start watch, dude. Okay. Just capitalize it. The import. That's the import. Oh. Score uppercase. You should make a product that merges V0 Dev and Play.Tailwind. What does this do? It's just like a sandbox for Tailwind. Oh, so this doesn't like. Wait, but can I just? Is this the? I guess what would the? Yeah, I guess they did it. Hey, you thought of the idea though. You had the idea. That means you're thinking of the right things. You're on the right track, sir. All right, let's hook up this component with a backend. Need Codium back. I'm on a crutch without a inline AI. Why isn't this working? I need to disconnect it. Okay, nice. Load. Never use Supabase client. Yeah. You can. Yeah, you can. You can just use their SDK. However, um, I don't think it's suggested for production. I have to look into it more. But basically with one, there's no type safety, right? So like it's literally all just strings. Like none of these are type checked. The second part that I need to look into, which could actually be a blocker for like a full scale application, is when you connect to your database. Generally when you use like an ORM, um, it'll manage like connection pools for you, right? So um, basically like whenever you make requests, they get sent to a connection pool, and then if there's too many requests in a particular pool, and it'll like spin up a new connection pool for you. I don't know like what the SDK, the Supabase client SDK does under the hood, right? So like does it actually like manage the um client pool connect, like the database pool connections? I don't think so. But like it's good enough to get started. Like I don't have too many, I think, well yeah, I guess we're gonna have some now. We're gonna have a couple more Supabase client queries. But yeah, I think for now, like it just like lets me quickly spin things up. Yeah, so from the front end, you can use your anonymous key, right? Um so it's like slightly unsafe. But basically like in on your tables, you have to set policies. So for this table, I enabled read access for the anon key, right? So the anonymous key can read this table. And so every table I want to, you know, be able to access from client, I just need to enable that policy. If you have authentication set up, you can also, I mean, yeah. So I'm thinking like when I do Supabase authentication, that's when I'll do like this like full migration. I probably won't have many more features till then. So that's when I'll integrate like Prisma, and everything, because I'll need to do that because there's so many things that access my database. Like every part of my project does, right? Like, because we're writing things from like uh like the pod, like everything on the back end as well. Like where we're doing training, we're also writing to the database. We definitely have to be like careful about the connection, or how many open connections we have. Okay. Task type is QA is task type. Okay, so now okay, so let me just map out what should happen here, right? So upon loading the page, we need to check the status of the endpoint. If the endpoint is scaled to 0 or paused, spin it up. Show something to the user that it's spinning up. This is a loading state. And then there's the active state, right? When the endpoint is up. Oh yeah, first load. We want to fetch. So the way our DB is set up, we have the dataset ID that we're using, and the dataset ID determines the task type. We're going to get the dataset ID, or really get the task type. How do we do this? We're going to get the dataset ID from TuneModel.dataset ID. I don't know if we can join on Supabase client, so we might have to just do 2 calls for now. Get the task type from dataset.task type. Okay. So now that we've loaded the task type, that should inform us in the component like which input labels to show here. Okay. And that should allow us to render everything. Yeah, so at this point we render the input box. Then the next action is submit. It should just be submit. Make a request to the endpoint. Oh, we also want to fetch what the endpoint is. We can get the endpoint URL from need to update so if it's down, we'll get the endpoint URL from like spinning up the we'll periodically be checking for when it spins up. Okay. I think it's yeah, so yeah, we're already able to get the deploy URL. Actually, yeah, we already have that here. Okay, submit is make a request to the endpoint. and then loading state, and show answer. Okay, cool. So maybe for the first iteration, let's just assume the endpoint is up. Okay. We're going to get the task type. You can probably do this all in one call, right? And then I'm actually going to use so I can use this library called React Use, and that gives us this use async fn hook, and that gives us nice like loading states. Basically, I can do something like loading um this. That gives us loading and the function back. Trying to get some autocomplete here. Forgetting the syntax. Okay. Okay, so we can actually add, since this is a hook, we can actually add dependency array. We need to. Okay, dataset ID, deploy info. Actually, here we want to do the load the page. Okay, we'll handle this part later. But basically from can you do a join here? I don't think so. Okay. So we'll do Supabase client dot left. Yeah, I think that's the other thing with Supabase client. There's no joins. I think I was reading this somewhere. Oh, what? I need to remember this one to many joins. Should ask ChatGPT. It'll automatically detect. Dude, this is like so unreadable though. Like it's just a star. Kind of ridiculous, right? I guess it's like if you use Mongo, I guess it's like Mongo populate in a sense. So how do I actually access the data? Okay. Oh, it's an array. Dude, this is so bad code, but whatever. Fine for now. Okay, so that'll set the task type. Oh, that won't work on initial load. Okay. So grab the task type that we passed through. Don't even use the dataset ID. Load the page to check the status of the endpoint. We're just assuming the endpoint is running for now. Get the endpoint URL. Get the endpoint URL. We got the task type. We got the endpoint URL if it's been loaded. And then now we need to handle rendering. Make a different component for loading eventually. I'll just say that. Then we'll just put this, I guess I don't need that. We'll just put this here so we can see we'll comment these out eventually. Delete these. Okay, let's just see what it looks like. Oh, I need to set up the permissions here. Okay, that should give read access to the front end. Don't know if I have some syntax error. Or no. I'm gonna rebuild. Let it tell me what the error is. Thought I did add Lodash though. Okay, looks like the TypeScript types are missing. Got it now. Still didn't work. Oh, I don't think I ever called never called this function. Dude, same thing. I don't think it's rebuilding automatically. Or maybe it just failed. Both possibility. Both are possible. Because usually I would see like a compiling thing here. Hmm. Think. Maybe because the function is async. I don't think that did see it compiled. Hmm. Okay, let's add some logs. Actually saw this video where you can add. This looks confusing. Like the which part? Like just how I have my code structured? just not gonna do that right now. How would you restructure it? Cause basically I'm trying to fetch upon the first load. Do you use like get initial props and stuff? I've usually just used use effect. Or do you mean like the like this async? In the old pages directory, people would fetch data on load. What's the new way to do it? Do you use like context and stuff? Oh, you're right. You are right. Got the structure here. I can just look at my previous project. I think I did that in inside app. Oh shit. Okay, let's try it that way. Yeah, the only let me think, cause I don't even know if I'm gonna be using, cause I'm gonna be using Prisma eventually. Like probably like after I get, cause like this is enough. Is this enough for a demo? Probably want the uploads. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get it working for now. And then when we yeah, you're right though. I should be using uh cuz that's also like React. Forgetting there's a there's a way to fetch things like efficiently in React as well, right? Like basically if you use fetch in Next.js, it's like way more performant or something. At least that's what I remember reading. Like like the components would just load faster. I think because all the server fetches would happen in the background. Um, I think I did it previously as well. Shouldn't be too hard. Like, how would you structure this? Like would it like did I do this right in the other project? I basically had a route for insert. Oh, a generic insert. Yeah, I guess I can make a generic select. Do you usually create a new like do you specify like can you extend this with an interface? Quest is not generic for the endpoint reads it. I see. Zod? No. What's Zod? Schema validator? Interesting. So like, how do you configure it? Oh, very cool. But where do the errors show up? It just returns a state with the errors. Oh, you can. Oh, okay. You just set up an object. This is dope. I guess this is for front end though, right? More like this is input validation before submitting. I guess I'm looking. I think that's definitely gonna be useful. I guess I'm just looking for type safety with this next. Hey, wait, maybe next request has it? No. Dang. So where you could do that with like Express. Hmm. Very interesting. That makes sense. But like used for server validation as well. Let's see. I guess like I don't understand the need for this. I mean, well I get it for like more complex inputs, but like just existence, right? Like just saying I guess maybe actually yeah, I think your DB is structured. Yeah, I don't think so for this either. But I think you're right. I think it's gonna be helpful soon. Like express requests like allow you to are generic. Like I'm pretty sure you can do what I was trying to do earlier. Okay, I don't know if this is a good example. Okay, that's fine. Just need to get through this. I think we can just enforce this. Let me just see how I did the fetch. Just how did this guy put the parameters in there? I see. I guess it's kind of hard to pass. Hmm. This isn't the URL params. Then we just say filter key. I don't know, it should be fine. I don't think I'm constructing this URL properly. Can I just do params here? Okay, yeah, this is gonna be easier. Hmm. Okay, I think I've got something going here. I don't really like this. All right, let's see if we. All right, let's see what happens. Oh. Whoops. Slash API slash Supabase slash DB slash select. Maybe I didn't return anything in my API. Oh, I do. Query.execute maybe? Console log data, not response. Ah. Batch. Aha. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Just the order these. Looking at the wrong window. Okay. They set the task type. Doesn't print that though. This if data isn't evaluating to true. Got a log there as well. Have to access output. Yes, sir. You are 100% right. Do this. There's no guarantee. Dataset is undefined though. And some basic error. Oh, data.output is an array. Oh, that makes sense because we didn't do dot single. Okay, let's just add that as an option. Um, um, I guess limit would still give us an array. Good to add. Oh, oh, did it here. Maybe say bad variable names. I think that's working. Okay. Side data, wait. Um, I guess data set isn't an array anymore. So weird. I don't know why. Aha. I think it's working. Sick. Okay. QA shows up. Deploy URL also shows up. Struggling, man. Hard struggling. Looks so ugly, dude. Code is so ugly. Resist the refactor. Facts, facts. We already refactored it twice. Like what should I have done? Like should I have made a like a React hook and then had the React hook as a parameter here? Or like call the hook here and have all of these helper functions inside the hook? Like would that is that the right way to structure this? But then like I don't know how that could access search params as a property. Or no, I mean like load that into a fetch. I see. All right, well, it is what it is. All right, should we implement submit? Okay, yeah, we're also gonna the route. So API. This is gonna be model or I guess chat. I think just chat is they predict because I'm gonna have other chat in. This is gonna be a post actually. We set up a page. Dude, this is so clean. I see. Damn, I gotta get to this level, man. This is so clean. What the heck? I feel like I just don't think in like that way. Just like, oh, like this is where shit needs to happen. So let's put the code here. Okay. from next 12 to 13. Okay, wait. So help me out with this next part, right? So we need to get. So basically, this model request component is gonna contain. This model request component is going to contains our input now. Right? So we need a. How do I grab the. So I would update the props here, I guess. Um. Sorry. Setting the default values and letting them edit it. No, so basically like this component is going to contain the values, right? So I guess yeah, I think this might be the easiest way to do it. Like the logic for submission. Like yeah, where should I put the logic for submission? That should be on the page, correct? Not in the component. Like I can just have a pointer to the on submit here, and then I would just add on click. Props dot. Do it at component level. Okay. Let me try this. Like is it okay to use it's okay to use states here, right? The client component. I need to fix this. Because this is not going to be performant. This is going to always like update the state and like just screw up my component. Figure out how to do this. Okay, I can figure out the types later. Yeah, so basically different task types are gonna have to have different labels, right? So I'm just creating like a function that's gonna dynamically generate these labels based on some like config is like the idea. I'll figure out how to format this. I should do an array so I can keep ordering. No, no, no. Label Oh, but if we use effect. This is how I know how to do it. Actually, no, I don't need to. I don't need to. Hold up. I can just do that here. Say I think this is what I want. So we get the input labels. When the input changes, let's do you needed that previous state. Oh, really? Wait, what? Wait, why is this different? These are different? I forget. I forget why. Every time the function is called, it passes through its current state. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Cuz this is just like this could be like the non-refresh state essentially. Okay, got it. Dude, I'm like a 3x engineer with you around. Probably would have been stuck on that for like an hour. Too much spare time. Dude, I appreciate it though. On submit. Okay, why doesn't this work? Oh, just the typing's wrong. Actually, I can just do this, right? I can leave the type exactly as I need it. Now we need to actually, let's just test this. Rid of this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, let's just print out the values here. Nice. Looks good. And then let's just force the task type. The other task type. Nice. So we got the new labels as well. And it's with the correct keys. Perfect. Actually, I thought I thought the front end would lag. Cause I've had it happen. I've had this like whenever I add an on change on a text area, I have to like I have to use like debounce if you've used that before, and then like add like a delay to the keystrokes. But maybe Shadcn does that internally on the component. But yeah, it looks like there's no lag, which is really good. You shouldn't have to do that unless you're doing the fetch request on change. Oh, like if I see. Got it. Like you're pulling like I don't know, like some real time. I guess like if we're doing like autocomplete or something here, then maybe we'd need that. Got it. Okay. Um Work on this route here. Yeah, I can probably just give it the... Why would it not just do... Okay. Got something to start with. All right. Type. Okay, wait, so you said I can just define the fetch function here itself? Right? Or where do I define the we did? Originally talking about fetching data. Oh, it doesn't work in this case. Still do the, so it's pretty normal to have like a fetch like out here on your component then. You don't need to. Okay, let's see. Eventually, we'll also want to update the actual. We'll get to that. Check if the. Okay, so we need to. Oh, did I not? Okay, okay. Okay, so we're just gonna send a request and spin up the endpoint. I mean, we can still test. We should get a 503 while the endpoint is spinning up. Missing. Oh, dude, maybe I shouldn't have up the endpoint just yet. Now I'm gonna pay for it. Missing required input data. Why? Predicting value here. Hopefully we can fix this before Point renders. Okay, cool. Oh, bad request. Is that something we'd add? Just log the endpoint body. What did I do wrong? Result. Result. No. Maybe you have to rebuild because it's a new file. Does that just happen because the endpoint is down? But it's a 400, not a 500. Get up. Eric. Get here actually. Oh, I think we're expect. Yeah, okay. Oh no, but don't think that's it. Definitely post. Let's try stringifying it and see if that like angles something up. Good. Oh, that's gonna backend. God. Oh, that endpoint doesn't exist. I'm on the wrong. I'm trying to call the wrong endpoint. How did it get a? Oh no, this is it. Wait, but this is the URL. Yeah, that's the only one running. I must have update the URL. That should fix. Okay, the correct URL now. Let's do an actual example. What type of GPU used? NVIDIA. Sick. We got the response. Okay, time to remove all these. Okay, so now when we actually get the answer, we need to update the front end instead of just logging it. So this will work for now. We'll just create a new state called answer. gonna be data dot response. Okay. Just leave the login for now. Oh, I never set it on the. Never modified this. Let's go. Dude, this is so sick. Dude, and the answers are actually right, dude. Let's go. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's not trained on generating ideas. Okay. Cool. Um so a few to-dos do next is loading states and the cold start. So we'll work on that next. How to spin this up from a cold start. So I'm just gonna force scale it to 0. Save cost. Dude, this is exciting. It's exciting. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break. and then work on this when I come back. So specifically cold starts, state, and I want to do some sort of animation. Actually, honestly, it's like pretty fast. Like I feel like I don't even need an animation to just like tell me what or yeah. Let's just. I guess different people have different internet speeds though. What type of instance mentioned? Oh, I turned it off. Shoot, now it's going to okay. Now it's gonna start up again. Okay, okay, I pause it. I pause it. Make sure it's actually paused. Okay. Cool. Alright, yeah. I'll be back. Yo. Okay, actually, I'm gonna hit the gym because I haven't been gymming for the past 2 days. So I'm gonna go do that. Probably end the stream right now, and yeah, we can polish this up. But I think this is enough. I'll probably record like a short demo of just the end-to-end process today. Yeah, but that's about it. Yo, thanks for all your help, Justin. That was huge. This is great progress, man. V0.dev, dude. Craziest thing. All right. See ya.